Hi, my name is Patrick, and this specific video is to inform you how to build profile, okay, for MBA entrance interviews. Right? This is specifically for people who already graduate and have no work ex. So broadly classified into three parts. One is people who graduate and no work ex, people with work ex, and people who are students already currently studying in the college. Because the requirement of profile is different. So let's say this is for people who already graduate and have no work ex. Now, the reason we're making this video is because there's a lot of questions regarding how to build profile. Because to get into an MBA college, you don't only not only have to pass written test, but also the interview part. And overall, they also look at your profile to some extent if you want to clear. Now let's try to understand that. When we talk of profile in this specific interview, we are not talking of work ex and academics. How much have you scored marks in your 10, 12 graduation is not a concern out here, nor your work ex is concern out here. Those are very important part of getting into a college, but since that cannot be built in short period of time, we are not talking about it right now, right? As far as this video is concerned. So what we are looking at profile is any activity that will help in the selection process. So that will help you to get into the particular college, right? So how does profile help? Okay, only place where the profile can help is the interview stage. Remember, in a written test, your profile will not help. Also, when the calls are given, only a couple of colleges like SP Jain and Goa Institute of Management normally give calls based on profile. Okay, rest all the colleges which are there, okay, don't give calls based on profile. There is no weightage for profile at all, right? So the basic is even if they look at profile, these colleges, SPJ and Goa Institute of Management, they look at national level participation, etc., which very difficult to get in a short span of time, right? So technically, profile can only come into picture. I mean, if you plan to build your profile, it can only help in your interview stage, not even to get a call, because no matter what you do, you cannot build a profile in a short span of time that will give you a call from the colleges. Others like academics and work ex we're not considering out here. Those are very important part of profile to get a call. But so that means most colleges, including the IIMs, don't give call based on profile. So profile is not useful while giving a call. So keep this back of your mind when you're looking at profile. So what is the objective for a graduate with no work ex to get a profile? One is to cover up the gap. Now he has already passed out, maybe a short gap, maybe a year's, 2 years gap. So the one objective is you're already a graduate in new work ex, you need to justify that why you have that gap. Because if I'm an interviewer and I'm seeing that you want to get into a management college, the first question I'll ask you is if you really want to get into management college, you should work and try to gain experience at least to understand what is it to work in a corporate. So important to cover up that gap. So again, to define why no work ex, because anyway you want to make a career in the corporate world, then maybe getting a work ex, especially in abroad, work ex is mandatory to get into a college. So that question about why no work ex will definitely come. So to show inclination towards management, so you can also have your profile built so that you can show that you're really interested in management. To directly interview in a particular area so that you can answer the relevant question that I've asked, right? So that is also one objective of profile. So you can ask you question and you can answer, and the moment you can answer, it increases the chances of getting selected to a college. Overall, to create a positive image during the interview, that's the basic idea of a profile. So that when you go to the interview, when you come out and they see your form and they see you and they ask you questions, there has to be a positive image so that you get selected. So how to build a profile? First, I think at least for a graduate with no work ex, maybe internship can help. If you have an internship, that helps to defend lack of work ex. So you can always say that, oh, I did my internship and I know how a corporate works, because then you have worked in a corporate, and that helps to defend your lack of work ex. Okay, it also helps. The moment you've done an internship, that means you already worked in the organization, so you understand the field, different fields. I mean, you can't understand the different fields while being an outsider. But if you have done an internship, I mean, if you have worked specifically, yes. But even if you have not worked, if you have done your internship, it will help you to tell them that yes, I've done my internship, I've worked in an organization, and therefore I understand, okay, what it is to do a management, or what is management all about, and understanding how organization functions. So basically, you know the corporate world, and they definitely try to find out whether you understand why do you want to do management. And maybe if no work-ex, then the next best thing that can happen is internship, right? That's one. Second, you can work on an area where you want the panelists to ask questions on. For example, something that you're passionate about, something that you want them to ask you questions on. So it could be music, it could be reading, it could be cooking, etc. I mean, I've seen so many students who have built, okay, their interviews on these areas. It could be anything, it could be technology. So I want them to ask me about mobile phones. So read about it, okay, know about it, write blogs about it, okay, that will help you to know more. And when they ask you a question, you can answer the question. You can show your blogs, you can show your social media posts, you can show that you're really passionate about something, because this shows that you're passionate about some areas. And moment you're passionate about some area, it also means that you can actually work with passion in any area that you want. So yes, having a particular hobby or an area where you're really good at and where you have knowledge more than average. I'm not saying you can have great knowledge, but this knowledge more than average could help. So I know a person who actually, I mean, reading is a very common hobby, but he did so much research on reading, like whatever books he read, he made a small summary on it. He made a list of all Booker Prize winners and a lot of things. So he could answer a lot in an interview, which helped him to get into XLRI when he went for an interview. And a lot of things. Same with cooking. I know people who experimented with cooking, wrote blogs on cooking, some who wrote short stories, blog called short stories, went for the interview. That all helps somewhere. So that when they ask you questions, you can answer that, yes, I have not been whiling away the time. I have been pursuing some passion on a regular basis. Next is you can show interest in management. Maybe if you're interested in finance, you can invest in stock market. Maybe if you're social media, you like marketing, you can build a page, etc. Again, couple of examples. I had a student who was no work-ex graduate, but he was very passionate about stock market. His academics were really low. But in any interview that he went, I mean, he could crack the interview purely because of his knowledge of stock market. So he should direct the interview to a stock market. And when they asked him a question, he could easily answer the question in depth, and that helped him to crack, including IIFT, including Narsi Monji, etc. So he was really good. He was able to crack all the interviews which he sat for. Even when he went for his job, the first company he got a call, he got in because of his knowledge on stock market, etc. So that's one way. Same way, I know one more person who built a Instagram page, had a lot of followers, a lot of things, and when saying I want to do marketing, again, cracked the interview which she went for and got a placement. So yes, you can do something which shows that you're keen interest in that particular field, and that could help you again to get into, the area that you get selected. Okay, then this is specifically for people who graduate and no work. So others, this may not be important to do a course on the area you're interested. So that is just to show that you bridge your gap. So you're not whiled away your time, but you use your time to some important aspect. Though doing an online course is not supposed to be very important because they don't give you any weightage for it. In the end, they will ask you questions and you need to answer the questions in the interview. That is more important. So even if you have not done a course, if you can answer the question, I think it's fine. But the only advantage of doing a course is you can say that no, I'm not while away my time. I've actually spent time on doing some course. Could be anything. It need not be a paid course, it could be a free course or anywhere. But yes, doing a course and telling them I've done a course could help you to, bridge that gap. Okay, as such. Right. I hope this helps. These are the various ways where you can have your profile built. Specifically, if you're a graduate with no work-ex, as I said, internship is very important. Can do a course, can read about your passion, can do something related to management. All this helps somewhere in an interview to get a convert. I hope that helps. Thank you.